Welcome back, folks. We are in the little room off to the side in Enniskillen Comic Convention that is always specially reserved for those artists that Paul particularly loves. And we have someone here with us this morning. Sir, would you like to introduce yourself?
Indeed, I'm Eoin Coveney. I'm an illustrator, comic artist, concept artist and designer, and I have a little exhibition with me this year of framed works, mixture of originals and film posters and bespoke coloured stuff. So it's going great so far, and as usual, the vibe is amazing, the people are amazing. So, yeah.
Because I see actually you're working on a commission at the moment. Before we have a wander around the room now to have a look at your amazing work, let's have a look to see what it is that's on your drawing board.
Sure. It's a little, quite large, actually.
Yeah.
A3 xenomorph. That was my first commission request of the day. So just, fleshed out the main pose now. So just have to work in some of the muscles and stuff and just let it rip then. I have a bottle of ink with me and a brush, so I always think inking is like Christmas, you know, it's like the fun part.
Yes.
So, I'm really looking forward to getting stuff into this one.
I would agree. When making costumes now, whenever you come down to the painting bit, that's the bit that's really exciting.
Exactly. It's like the reward, isn't it, for all your hard work.
It's the cake, which just also happens to be on your desk at the moment. There's a bit of cake.
Yeah, gluten-free as well. Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh,
absolutely.
You're being healthy.
Yeah.
Well, can you walk us around your exhibition, actually?
Sure, absolutely.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah. Well, here's an example of my old, but this is about 9 years old, this work. This is from Series 2 of The Alienist for 2000 AD. And at this point, I was still working traditionally on paper. So these are basically a dip pen on Bristol board and Indian ink. And I would then scan them on my A3 scanner at home and send them electronically to Matt. This would be an example of my digital phase. This is a recent cover I did for 2000 AD, which I pitched to Matt and very happily he bought. That's 100% digital now as well. But the thing about digital is I waited so long to move from traditional to digital that I don't think I have the very digital look. Most people are quite surprised when they when I tell them.
I wouldn't have thought that was digital at all now, to be honest. It looks like it's traditional, acrylics, or... whenever you worked traditional before, whenever it came to colour, what medium would you have preferred to use?
Generally, I would have coloured with Ecoline, which is liquid watercolour, basically. So water-based inks... pretty nerve-wracking to.
Did you get much bleed with them because they were water-based?
There's always something with hand colouring, you know, but I think it kind of adds to it in a way because you have these little accidents that force you to sort of adapt sometimes, and you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Yeah, you kind of have to improvise and roll with the mistakes sometimes, but they're usually like small little imperfections.
But you know they're there.
I know they're there, but nobody else does. Exactly. Yep. You know what I'm talking about here.
Absolutely.
It's those small little details that you see that no one else does.
Oh, gosh,
that
yes.
you pray no one else does.
Yeah.
So
and nobody does. People just are overawed by what they're seeing.
Yeah. They're basically hit by the image because, as you know, when you're so close to something, you see every detail, but you can never see it the way a stranger will see it.
Yes.
For the first time, you know, that kind of impact, and I sometimes wish I could look at my own work and be able to see it how everybody else does, but it's you're too close to it, so you can't.
Do you ever walk away from it for a while and then come back and go, oh my goodness, I did that?
Yeah, sometimes I do that. Yeah. Especially with life drawings. I find that the life drawings that I'm really struggling hard with, and I'm thinking, this is terrible. And then I bring them home and I scan them and I say, what the hell was I talking about? That's really good drawing. And vice versa, it can work as well. You think, this is the best drawing I've ever done. And you get it home and you think, actually, that's kind of crap. You know, it's really strange. It's something about, I'm sure you can relate to the creative process when you're so close to it. And you're so hypercritical, I suppose, and you're art directing yourself and you're doing it and you're in the trenches, as it were. You can really feel like you're struggling. And sometimes that really pays off and it gives you a drawing that is better than anything you've ever done sometimes. You know?
It's quietening the voices in your head.
Yeah,
if the voices in your head are too loud, it means that you may be going in a direction that you shouldn't be.
Yeah. Now that I've been doing it for this long, I think the main thing is just to believe in yourself and to enjoy it. You know, because people will see, that's what I've noticed, that the ones that really work the best for me, that were the most fun to do, they're the ones that punch through. They're the ones that always get more engagement on social media. When it comes to selling prints, they're the ones that always sell best. So the lesson in there for me is just to trust myself.
Yeah.
And to please myself first, because, hey, I'm the ultimate art director. I'm my own art director, you know what I mean? So...
And your own self-inner critic as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I've been to that place. A lot of artists where you're so hypercritical, you're afraid to do anything. So it's a lonely, tough business. But hey, it's a privilege being an artist. You know, it really is. And you know, when you come to events like this, and you know, you see people's faces, and you know, I have to have that or something. You hear people say that. It's great. It's a great feeling. You know, it's a job like any other. It's like you put in the hours and get back the reward. You know?
I mean, I'm absolutely bowled over by this image from Fifth
That was
Element.
my first Procreate painting ever, believe it or not. I've never done a digital painting before that in my life.
That is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's something about images. I'll see something in a clip or something, and I have to paint it. And I saw that, and I just had to paint it.
It's extraordinary. There's even her pores are on that.
Yeah.
You know, that's the level of detail we're getting here.
Yeah,
I just come in a bit more.
It's actually the highlight. It's a particular kind of like almost a sponge brush. So it's, even though it looks like it's every pore, it was just that was only done in 1 or 2 strokes.
My God.
So it gives the impression, it gives the feeling of skin.
It's a light captured in the eyes as well.
Yeah.
Catch light, as the photographers would say.
Yeah. It's what I love about Procreate painting, especially faces. It's you're in pure observation mode, you know. And when you really look, you see there's no white in an eye. There's no part of an eye that's completely white.
No.
It's always pink, or sometimes it can be blue. I mean, like here, there's a bit of purple. It doesn't make any sense, but it was there. So you pick up on it and you exaggerate it a little bit, and that's somehow that's the difference between a painting and a photograph for me.
Yeah.
When you see a painting, even if it's quite realistic, it's filtered through the artist's eye, you know, and experience, and it's a different kettle of fish.
And another amazing one here is the Judge Death.
The death is incredible.
I love the. Is that maybe his tongue, because it's very like Lovecraft inspired?
I think, you know, I think I probably stole that from Kevin O'Neill.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
because I was looking at an old Torquemada. I was feeling quite proud of myself that I'd sort of invented this new thing with Judge Death. And then I was like, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, I was looking at a Kevin O'Neill Torquemada, and he had those exact kind of wormy things coming out of the mouth. So you're picking up these vibes.
You do.
Yes.
There's actually there's a name for that. That is that syndrome
That
where
phenomenon.
you
Yeah.
that you pick up things from other people without realizing.
Yeah.
You know, that's why you get sometimes things are developed by 2 people at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, creatively.
That's it,
Like
exactly.
Dennis the Menace.
Yeah, absolutely.
Put one in America and in the UK. Both
Yeah.
came out apparently at the same time.
And Pluto, the planet, both discovered exactly by 2 people on separate sides of the world at the same
extraordinary.
time. Yeah,
And people
it
think
is.
that they're the original one, and they see
Yes.
something later on down the line and go,
That's one thing I learned. Definitely, there's no such thing as absolute originality. If I was to do a comic that was absolutely original, it'd be on the roof of a house drawn in moss or something. And no one would even recognize it as comics. Do you know what I mean? If you want to be absolutely original, you're going to do something that people won't even recognize. So it's all about the little differences for me. There's it's your take. You know what I mean? Jock's Batman, it's not completely unrecognizable, but it's a bit different. It's his take. It's unique, you know? And that's originality. I mean, young artists, and I put the pressure on myself, I have to be original. It has to be completely original. Because you think if you can find this completely original thing, it'll catch on, but it won't, because people won't recognize it. It's the little differences. It's like, you know, I mean, the Beatles started off copying, the Everly Brothers, but they did it a little bit differently. It was their take, you know, it was the English take on the classic American convention that made it just a little different. And it's the little differences that get people, you know.
When you find yourself putting yourself under that much pressure, what would you do to try and overcome it? Is there any strategies?
Just trust myself, trust my experience, you know, try not to be too hard on myself. Like you said, take a break. When you take a break and you come back after an hour or so, you know.
Is there any particular time of day you prefer drawing? Is it easier to draw at night? Because maybe some people...
I find it easier to draw at night.
Because maybe the imposter syndrome isn't as strong.
I'm gonna get imposter syndrome. I'm sitting next to Glenn Fabry or something, or even when I'm there. I mean, my first Enniskillen, I was next to Glenn Fabry. I was like, what the hell am I fooling myself? But no, most of the time I'm just the pressure I'm feeling is good pressure because I'm excited to finish it, and I'm also thinking about the money. So that's a powerful incentive too.
In other words, it may be stress, but it's not de-stress.
Yeah. I mean, you have to have a little stress. Us artists, we need deadlines because otherwise we just fiddle forever. I mean, what was it Martin Scorsese said? You know, he's at the premiere of Goodfellas and he's still, that cut doesn't work. I could have done better. And that you'll always have that. There's always, they say no painting is ever truly finished. It's the same with any piece of art.
That's true.
But you can overwork something as well.
You can indeed.
Once you overwork and you go, no, why did I just not
Then it's dead.
I've lost it,
and you can't bring it back.
No.
Knowing when to stop.
Well, there's that right.
Knowing when to stop is part of learning.
Classic example.
Part of the learning experience. You learn, you get the gut feeling. It's like, okay, I think this, I could still work on it more, and the temptation is to keep on going at it, but no, you get that little. You learn to trust your intuition as you get older as well and more experienced, and you just say, yeah, this is finished, I'm going to stop.
Very much so.
Absolutely amazing.
Can we pan along the table here to see what we've got as well?
Sure, absolutely. I'm just going to turn something over here.
Oh,
because
it's
based on something that hasn't been published yet.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we've seen it.
Yeah. Well, it's like, for
Which is
eyeballs it's fine, but
yeah.
I should be.
I love your work
Should be
on
discreet.
The Alienist. I think
Thanks.
I bought, it was a print. I think it was maybe
I
like
sold
3
a
or
bunch.
4 years.
Yeah, I sold a bunch of prints of the pages. It was a fantastic series to work on. This was actually from the second series. And I think I was feeling a lot more confident at that stage. First series, looking back on it, it's 10 years old. It's pretty good work, but
it's very good.
I'm still really happy with some of these pages, I gotta say. Generally speaking, anything that's over 5 years old, I look at and say, it could be better. No, I could definitely do better. But some of these pages really stand up. Here's another reproduction of that my first 2000 AD cover ever. So yeah. I was saying to someone earlier, it's got 5-point perspective, and that nearly drove me insane. This is a film poster. I had done a Procreate painting already.
It's not incredible.
That was one of those images as well that I just had to. It was in my brain, and I just had to get it
It's
out.
amazing.
Was it used for any promotional material?
No.
Oh, right, because I know that recently
stunning.
released like 4K versions.
Yeah.
And I just wondered if there was like a limited edition and had prints of that in it.
Hey, well, I'm advertising for that kind of job. When I do this kind of stuff, I'm also, advertising in a way. So I'm doing it because it's an impulse, but I know I'll be able to probably sell prints of it. But it's also, it's a little kind of not a love letter exactly, but it's like a greeting card to the publisher. Hey, look what I can do. You might consider me, maybe. You don't know what it is with images. Once it goes out there into the ether, and who knows who sees it.
Because I've seen some of the boutique video labels like 88 Films, and they're getting artists now to do limited edition covers for their Blu-rays and 4Ks, etc.
Yeah,
because I thought that was one of those.
I dream of getting those kind of jobs.
Look at that one.
Yeah, that's from that's Claudia Cardinale from Once Upon a Time in the West. That was actually
That's from.
Yeah, that was my third ever Procreate painting. I really did.
Again, like the detail.
Yeah, because the eyes have fluid in them as well. They're going to, reflect light and colours around them too, and that's what you're capturing every time.
And again, I just saw that sequence. This is unbelievably beautiful film, and just had to paint it. Just had to,
Even the light through the hair too.
Yeah.
Everything is there.
It's a special moment, And Private Pile, of course, from Full Metal Jacket. Yeah.
You can hear the shout actually in that.
Yeah. That's such a freaky scene, isn't it?
Isn't it? Yeah. But I'm gobsmacked. These are illustrated because to me, every time I look at them, at first my brain's telling me, that's a photograph.
Yeah. But it's amazing. When you actually see the film still, you realise there's quite a difference.
Yeah. But I think you just captured the essence of the characters.
That's the cleverness of it.
Yeah.
And you even have some. I mean, obviously there's things here for sale today too.
Yeah,
special links for
originals
£20.
tend to sell better these days. I've noticed people are much more interested in real so-called real work where they can see the pencil marks still.
Yes.
And I do a lot of Inktober sketches as well. Most of them generally sell, but the ones that don't, I'll just hold on to, and they generally tend to go. I've sold a couple of these already today.
Fantastic.
Here's another page from season 2 of The Alienist.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's near the end. But yeah, I
And you
really
see your
enjoyed
blue
that
lines
days.
as well.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Love that.
I only discovered it about the use of blue lines only
Yeah.
like 5 years ago.
You can drop it out in Photoshop. You see.
Yeah, that's right. That's
You
right.
scan it and you go into the blue channel. You just bring it down to nothing, and basically it disappears.
It's amazing.
It's almost like alchemy the first time I seen it.
Yeah.
What's it? It was Gary Erskine actually. I think it was the first one that
Yeah.
I'd seen
Yeah,
using the blue lines.
That's right. And the whole idea of sticking them.
Look, oh
Yes.
my favourite, because I cosplay the Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah,
so
she's
it was-
amazing. Did you know that it was based on Nefertiti, the Egyptian goddess?
That?
The Egyptian
No.
queen, rather.
Yes.
Yeah, Jack Welch, I think, was the makeup artist. Very famous guy. He also did the Frankenstein makeup. Yeah, he based it on Nefertiti.
I didn't know that.
I have seen that bust in Berlin, and it's in a room on its own, and you walk in, and the
extraordinary.
walls are painted and the ceiling, and it takes your breath away.
Oh, absolutely.
It
Like
really
all
does.
great art. Like all great art, it changes you.
Yeah,
You come out of that different.
almost had a tear actually when I walked in because it was like a sucker punch.
Yeah. When I saw Rembrandt in the Louvre, I was tears were just
Yes.
flowing. My
Yes.
wife was like, "What happened? You all right?" No, I just saw Rembrandt. That's all. That's art. That's
Yeah,
it's like
Rembrandt's Night Watch had the same effect on me when I was in Amsterdam. I walked in, massive painting, the way the light was, and Terry Pratchett had written a book that referenced it at that time too. So just all linked in with.
that's the power of real art. You know? And that's what the tech bros will never get.
No.
Yes, exactly.
Because have you ever looked at an AI image and gotten shivers?
No.
You know the AI, the goosebumps. That's what it's all about.
I know. I know.
If I don't feel that, it's not art.
Usually
for
when
me.
I look at them, I'm looking for any imperfections, like a sixth finger or
I
something.
know.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It sounds weird, but the older I've got, the more beautiful things will bring me to tears.
Yeah.
Art particularly.
Yeah.
Certain music, and it's just, you become overwhelmed. It's like
Yeah.
all your senses are just flooded at the one
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
And suddenly this thing is the most incredible thing you've ever witnessed in your
We
life.
need art.
We do.
This is not a it's not a luxury. We need it. And we're having a very salient reminder these days with AI images. I mean, sure, they're impressive when you see them, but even to somebody like me, who's an accomplished artist, they look impressive, but after about 3 seconds, it begins to break down. You start to see the joins, and then suddenly you feel nothing, and it's this weird, curious,
Flatness.
empty feeling. Yeah. It's like, why am I feeling nothing? Of course, it's not made by a human.
I know.
You can't see the person. You can't feel the person.
You can't see, for example, you can't see the wee blue lines, and you
Yeah.
can't go to conventions and talk to an AI.
Yeah, exactly. What are they
Do you
going to
know,
do? Get an
it's-
autograph from an AI?
It's like
Yeah.
you go to hang out in the bar and have a pint with an AI.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Then I wonder, but because we're of a generation where we grew up with this, and this is for us thousands of years back of art, well, you've got a generation coming through now, particularly those that maybe spent their formative years, COVID, lockdown, online is what they know.
Yeah.
And a lot of them, is it going to be a case that they move towards that, or are we going to have a massive resurgence again of original art, as you're just saying? Because Doug Braithwaite said this in Lawless. He said that we talked about back issues, and he said that he's seeing a lot of a demand for original art,
Yes.
and for the comics and for physical media.
Yes.
Maybe as well because so many folks, you'd maybe download something, or it's up in, say, the Amazon cloud somewhere, and the service provider brings it down, and suddenly you've paid for it. It's not there anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm
absolutely.
hoping that
Well,
there is it comes back again.
Like the younger generation, there is actually more of a pushback.
There
Apparently,
is.
they're less accepting now of AI
Yeah,
than the older
exactly.
generation.
Really?
They
That's
are
good to
indeed,
hear.
and they're also a lot of them are like now buying music on vinyl, buying it on cassette.
So there's hope then.
There's a craving.
Yeah.
People want to touch something. They want to feel it's tangible.
Yeah.
Because it's when it's completely artificial, it's just behind multiple layers of glass. You can still see it, but you just don't feel you can touch it. It's like hermetically sealed from the rest of the world,
Yeah.
And that's why you don't feel anything. It's all about feeling. It's all
It
about
is.
emotions at the end of the day.
Tactile touch.
Yeah.
If people don't feel something when they look at it, it may be very pretty, but it's I won't say it's empty, but it doesn't have an emotional punch. You won't remember it. It's like what I love about Cam Kennedy. You look at his stuff and it just hits you in the gut. It's like you literally feel it in your gut.
Yeah.
Cam was
I remember
even watching him draw. I remember seeing him years ago in a convention in Derry, and just standing beside him, taking photographs as he sketched. And I can't even remember what it was. I still have the photograph somewhere.
Was that 2D con? Or?
Yeah, it was 2D Con many years ago, probably about 11 years ago, and just to watch Cam Kennedy was, and he was here 2 years ago,
Yes.
and it was a privilege to see him again, and he had been here in, it was 2017, I think.
Yeah, it was the one that was
Yeah.
in the castle.
Yes.
Yeah, because I think it was was it John and Carlos?
Carlos was there as well. I mean, it was a major thing now for Enniskillen to get
really
such
was.
heavy hitters.
Yeah. Big cultural event.
Yeah, it was.
People make the culture. It's people that make culture.
It is. And I mean, again, to give a bit of shout out here to Enniskillen Comic Fest. This is a convention as well. It's run out of love, and the team.
You feel it.
Yeah, and Paul Trimble is just obsessed with comics.
Yeah.
He loves it. He lives and breathes it, and he has so much respect for the art and the writers and the creators and the artists and all. So it's
and you feel that it's from top to bottom. It comes down from the top, and that's he inspires the team, and it just flows throughout the whole event, and you feel it. You know?
And it's really worth coming down. It's really worth coming down to. It's a small event, but it's quite kind of good. But that it's a small
packs
event.
a hell of a punch for its size. It really does.
And it's spun today.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it when we walked in.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
It's great. I think we have good weather. It's not torrential rain, but it's nobody can go to the beach.
Yes.
So, hey,
Yeah.
if it was sun bleeding the stones, we wouldn't have quite as many.
That's true.
I reckon. Yeah.
That's a good point. Well, thank you very much for the time.
Thank
there.
you. Sorry for rabbiting on. No,
It's perfect. Thank you. No.
So
Yeah, that's great.
It's been a pleasure.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's the same for us. And thanks again. Appreciate it.
Pleasure, Joanne.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, folks.
Cheers, guys.